Johnny Depp has once again sent shockwaves through Hollywood, not with a courtroom revelation or a blockbuster announcement, but with a bold and unexpected turn that underscores his refusal to be defined by controversy or convention. In an industry often driven by predictability and carefully managed images, Depp's recent moves have startled studios, fans, and critics alike, signaling that the actor is charting his own path on his own terms, rather than chasing traditional redemption arcs or high-profile studio deals. Depp has embraced a quieter, yet more radical reinvention that challenges Hollywood's long-held assumptions about power, reputation, and creative freedom. For years, Depp was synonymous with eccentric, high-grossing franchises and lavish red carpet premieres, becoming one of the most recognizable faces in global cinema. His performances blended charisma with risk, making him a bankable star while also an artistic outlier. However, following a period of intense public scrutiny and professional setbacks, many in Hollywood assumed his career would either fade into nostalgia or be slowly rebuilt through cautious, studio-approved roles. Instead, Depp shocked the industry by rejecting that expected route entirely, choosing independence over acceptance and artistry over approval. What has truly surprised Hollywood insiders is Depp's open embrace of international and independent projects, often far removed from the traditional studio system that once defined his success. By collaborating with European filmmakers, musicians, and visual artists, Depp has positioned himself less as a conventional movie star and more as a multi-dimensional creator. This shift has unsettled an industry accustomed to controlling narratives, as Depp's choices demonstrate that relevance no longer depends solely on Hollywood's endorsement. Clearly striking is Depp's renewed focus on art and music as central pillars of his life, rather than side passions. His painting, exhibitions, and musical collaborations have drawn significant attention, not because of celebrity novelty alone, but due to the sincerity with which he approaches them. In interviews and public appearances, Depp has spoken candidly about creativity as a form of survival, suggesting that art, not fame, has been the constant force guiding him forward. This perspective has resonated deeply with audiences, while quietly challenging Hollywood's obsession with commercial metrics. Hollywood executives have reportedly been divided in their reaction. Some view Depp's path as a risky rejection of the system that once elevated him, while others see it as a powerful reminder that star power can exist outside traditional frameworks. Younger actors and creatives, in particular, appear inspired by his example, interpreting it as proof that longevity in entertainment may come from authenticity rather than constant visibility. In that sense, Depp's choices are not just personal, but generational, reflecting a broader shift in how success is defined. Public reaction has been equally intense. Fans who followed Depp through decades of iconic roles have rallied behind his transformation, celebrating what they perceive as his artistic liberation. Social media buzz and sold-out art shows suggest that his influence remains strong, even without major Hollywood backing. At the same time, critics acknowledge that Depp's career now exists in a more complex space, one where acclaim and controversy coexist, forcing audiences to separate the art from the machinery that once surrounded it. Perhaps the most shocking element for Hollywood is Depp's apparent indifference to reclaiming his former status. Rather than campaigning for mainstream validation, he appears content exploring projects that speak to him personally, regardless of scale or profit. This stance disrupts an industry built on ambition and upward mobility, presenting an alternative model where fulfillment outweighs prestige. In doing so, Depp has transformed himself from a symbol of Hollywood excess into a case study in reinvention. Johnny Depp's latest chapter may not fit neatly into the industry's expectations, but that is precisely why it has sent ripples across Hollywood. By rejecting conventional narratives and embracing a life led by creativity, he has reminded the world that true shock does not always come from scandal or spectacle. Sometimes, It comes from the quiet courage to walk away, redefine success, and let art, rather than Hollywood, have the final word.